Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Welcome to the Channel for Grace. Gobind will be live shortly. Book a tarot or astrology reading on our website, channelforgrace.guru, and check out our latest programs and classes. Please give us a share and a like, and we hope you enjoy the broadcast. Hello, everyone. What is going on? Welcome to the broadcast. My name is Gobind, and this is your Channel for Grace. Thank you guys so much for being here live, and thank you to those of you that are watching the replay. I am so excited to be here with you guys today to do these mini readings. I am finally gotten settled in Sedona, Arizona. So that's where I'm broadcasting from the awesome vortexes, and I hope that this energy really allows me to channel even more and to connect and activate even more. I'm so grateful for finally being in a place where the sun shines and I'm really happy to finally be back and to start broadcasting. I'm sure you guys saw that I sent out today, finally, the Moon Magic Report, which is a couple of days late, because literally today I finally got to set up my studio and be able to go live. So thank you, everybody. And I wanted to give you guys a couple of announcements. The first thing is the Wi-Fi network that I'm using is new. I've never used it before while going live. I did do a test broadcast earlier today. And everything went good, although every once in a while it kind of glitches. So if it does glitch tonight, I apologize. I will definitely do everything that I can and do my best to make sure that it all goes smoothly during these readings. If you want to get a mini reading, if you want to get on the list for tonight, we already have 2 people on the list. You have to send $25 to my PayPal. And the link is in the description of the video. And yes, so that's basically it. You can choose from an astrology reading, which includes me looking at your natal chart, or me looking at the transit, or me looking at your progress chart. Or I can also do compatibility reading if you want me to look at your chart compared to someone else's chart, synastry and stuff, all those things. Or you can choose to get an oracle or tarot card reading, which are also amazing. So I am also really excited because in about a month or so, I am going to finally be doing my next moon goddess training. We're going to start on the day of the new moon in Aquarius. And that new moon is going to be wild. Like I already kind of talked about it a little bit because we really are getting ready for that. Hey guys. Hey Shannon, thank you for being here. And Louise, hello. And Sparky and KB, thank you guys for being here. So that moon's going to be wild. We're going to start the moon goddess training on that day, and it's going to be a 4-week program. I'm getting everything set up for it on my online course site, so you guys can start signing up if you're interested. And if you are hey Alexa, if you are in the Facebook group, I haven't even been into Facebook since I basically left Oregon. So make sure you join my MeWe group. I do have a link in the description of this video, and that is the new group for this community. But the best thing you can do to stay connected is to get on my email list. So again, everything is in the description, everything that I offer here. If you're interested in getting readings, you can sign up on my website, channelforgrace.guru. The starseed readings have been really popular and people have been loving them, and the activations have been amazing as well. So that is actually, I'm so excited. Like everything is happening. And there's one more thing I was going to do. I'm going to do a webinar because I was doing these webinars for the whole season to talk about the astrology of like the next 3 months. And I haven't done one specifically for the winter season, which goes through March 20th. March 20th is the spring equinox. And so I need to do a webinar to go over the astrology between now and then, so you guys can have a heads up for everything collectively that's going to be going on astrologically. And we're going to be doing that webinar next week. So not tomorrow, but next Saturday on the 23rd. And I'll be getting ready for that. And I'll also be sending announcements through on my email list if you're on there as to how to sign up for that. And that's only going to be a $15 webinar. We'll go live and then the replay will be available to purchase. I'm planning on going live either tomorrow or Sunday to talk about the astrology of the Capricorn new moon that we just had that I missed because I was literally on the road. But I'm going to be going live this weekend to talk about that so we can kind of mentally prepare ourselves for the whole year, because that new moon was really in preparation for the whole year. So hello, Greenie. Welcome in. Hello, Valerie. Thank you for being here. Sparky says, yes, the starseed readings was awesome. My life makes so much. Oh, God, I love that, Sparky. I love that. So far, you guys that are here and watching, how's the video? How's the sound? How's the connection? Let me know. This is all kind of like a test run. But we do have a couple of people on the list already, so we can go ahead and go into the readings. The first person on the list is KB, and the second person on the list is Tony. And so when it's your turn, I'll call your name, and you can just tell me what kind of reading you want, and we can go from there. So while we're waiting for KB to put up her question. Okay, so we're getting the feedback. All good. I saw someone else signed up for a reading. Sounds good, says Alexandra. I can't wait to get mine. I've been waiting like a kid. I know, okay, I know. So that is actually a good thing to talk about. I'm almost caught up on readings. So that's really exciting. So if you have signed up for a reading, I think I have just 3 more to do. I'm going to be getting to those in the next couple of days. So if you have signed up for a starseed reading, I am definitely going to get to it this weekend. So this is really exciting. And then for the astral starseed activations, I have like 4 of them to do, I believe. I'm going to be working on those in the next week. So in a week or so, be on the lookout for that. And that's actually like really, really exciting. Let me check PayPal real quick one more time to update the list, because I did see that someone signed up, and then we can get started. So Nelly has signed up for a reading as well. So I just put you on the list. So here we go. Let's begin. Transit reading for my husband because he's been sipping a little too much Kool-Aid lately. Oh, that's hilarious, KB. So feel free to put up his information and I will input it into the system here. Hello, Nelly. Good evening. Jai, thank you so much for the starseed activation. I have been meaning to email you, but still processing. It was super powerful. I know. It's so much information that comes through for those readings. It's like looking at your chart, but in like a multi-dimensional way. It's not a regular astrology reading. There's something about it that it's like another dimension. It's like you go into the fifth or the sixth dimension and you look down into the 3D and you figure out like, wow, like my soul has all these like links, all these connections to the universe, to the stars, to the galaxy. And it just gives you a whole nother perspective. And people, right, mind blown, have been giving me feedback that everything is making more sense in their lives, that they feel like they're so much more connected and they understand now at a deeper level their mission, which is amazing that is something that is happening here. So let me input the information. 829. Can I ask you a question? Is he watching? Or will you show this to him later? Curitiba. Wow. That's quite the location. When you are called, oh yeah, thank you, Shannon, for moderating. I really appreciate it. Very, very helpful. Okay, where am I at? Okay, 829.89. Okay, got it. 6 p.m. Curitiba, Brazil. Okay, go. And yeah, Shannon will answer your question, Tony. He's been driving nuts, so here's me, the air sign, trying to hold him down. Hello, Pawan. Okay, I will show. Okay, cool. I just want to know if he's gonna watch this later. So give me 1 second, and I need to edit this chart, display chart points, and I will also show it on the screen in a moment. I just need to take out a couple of things here. We don't need to look at all the stuff. So I put KB on it, but I know it's not your name. What I am going to do is share the screen. Oh, I forgot to put the transits. So current transits, and there is a lot going on astrologically, which we haven't not gotten a chance to look at all. This part always takes me a second to share the screen. So a transit reading, Tony, I'm going to do a transit reading right now, so you'll have an example of it. And a progressed reading is to look at the progressed chart, which shows you the evolution of your soul. So where you have evolved to, where you're at this point. And you'll notice that in your progressed chart, the sun sign is different. The moon sign can be different as well. So you should, let me do this. Sorry if the connection is in and out, you guys. I'm going to do my best. You guys let me know what the connection is like, so I can be aware and try to fix it on my end. So right now, we're looking at the information, the chart for KB, your husband, and I'm going to look at to see what's happening in his chart, what transits are affecting him. So the first thing that I do want to point out is that we just had that Saturn-Jupiter conjunction in Aquarius, and that did happen for him in his 11th house of connecting to the outer world, connecting to networks of people, friends, acquaintances, friendships, sharing your gifts with the world. So for, this is like a 20-year cycle. So it's significant because of that. But just know that for the next like 20 years, the theme for him is really to start getting out there and sharing his gifts with the world, just in general. Now, the new moon that also just happened in his 11th house of sharing his gifts with the world, opening up, speaking out, and sharing everything that he knows, all the knowledge that he knows. So it's a new start for him in terms of connections and networks of people. Now, that can be like just regular friendships, that can be, work relationships. It's usually not relationships that are super, super close to you, but kind of like expanding that that reality. I can see that the thing is having a little bit of a hard time. Okay, so that's the main thing that I see that is happening right now. Now, here's the other thing that I notice. So the South Node is transiting his 10th house. I feel like in his nodal return, since he does not have the nodes in Gemini, I feel like it's his nodal return. He has North Node Aquarius and South Node Leo. Hang on, it's actually having a really hard time. Come on, you can do it. How's the connection, you guys? I'm just looking at it and watching it, and it's like going red, orange, green, red, orange, green. Not sure if you guys can hear me okay, or if it's frozen or something. Looks like it may have come back. It's kind of up and down, up and down. I'll wait for you guys to respond. A little fuzzy, yeah, huh? It's like in and out, in and out. Looks like it's kind of coming back now. But it's kind of having a little bit of a... Valerie says it's fine here. I wonder if it's the screen sharing. Let me try like exiting out of the screen share, because I feel like this might be a little bit too much. Let me just try this and see if this kind of helps it a little bit. There's a few glitches, but overall it seems fine to you, Shannon. I can hear you perfectly, but the screen, including you, is fuzzy. Okay, so I'm gonna stop doing the screen share, and I'm just gonna talk to you about what I see. We'll try to do it that way and see if that helps a little bit. So I apologize, because we do have to work with what we have going on here. And I'm going to actually cancel out a few things so they're not in the way. Let's quit that. And all right. How is this? Every now and then there's a video. Okay, as long as you guys can hear me, we should be okay. Okay, awesome. So I'm just gonna put it here and see what happens. Keep talking. And okay, so that's the thing that I was saying. So he has his North Node in Aquarius and his South Node in Leo. So you're right that there's a lot of Aquarius energy that's going to be transiting his 11th house and his 12th house this year. And so it is going to activate like kind of like a spiritual energy for him, for sure. He's going to feel like his life purpose is being activated. And with a North Node in Aquarius, he does have this inner desire, his soul desires at a deep level to help humanity, whether he knows it or not. He really does desire this at a deep level. But the South Node in Sagittarius transiting his 10th house of career means that he's going through a lot of changes, because the South Node transit makes it so that things in, things in that house are being, like, the cup is being emptied so that it can be refilled. And so there's going to be big changes in what he does to show up in the world, in his career life, in what is his reputation and things like that. So those are the big changes that are happening because of that South Node transit through his 10th house. And then what's the North Node transiting his 4th house right now is actually bringing things up at home. Like, there's big shifts happening at home, asking him to focus on home, to focus on what's going on right here in this moment, also communicating, but everything that has to do with house, home, family, things like that. Hey, Julene, are really being, that he's being asked to really focus on that right now with the North Node. And I would say that, that's kind of a lot to kind of go through. And I feel like at least it gives you some kind of affirmation of the changes that are affecting him right now. So thank you, KB, for getting that reading for him. I hope that really helped. So now we have Tony on the list. So feel free, Tony, to put up your question and let me know whether you want a astrology reading or a tarot oracle reading. And then your information as well if you do astrology. I hope you guys are doing amazing. Thank you for being here. Sparky says, you married a light worker. Hey, babe, you can come in. It's all good. Yeah, right? Yes. So if you do want to, let me actually go check the PayPal real quick as well. Let's see if anybody else has signed up. Gotten the list. We do. We have Sparky has gotten on the list as well. So remember, this is I'm trying out the Wi-Fi, and if it was having a little bit of trouble, the connection. So I am not going to be doing the screen share, but I will be just talking to you because it looks like the audio is just fine. So Tony, progress reading. Okay, cool. That's exciting. So let me pull up your chart so I can look at it here. Okay, give me 1 second. Okay, so let's go Tony. 9:18:66 8 a.m. and Lavonia. That's a cool name. Is that MI? Is that Michigan? Or what's MI? I'm not getting this. Hang on. Oh, Missouri. Don's like, Missouri. How do you spell Missouri? Oh my God. Or Mississippi. Oh, it's Michigan. No, she said it's Michigan. So why is it not finding that name? How do you spell the city again? Can you check if it's correctly spelled? What is next? Mostly career, purpose, work. Okay, so this is what I'm gonna say for that question. So that question is a question for a transit reading. So putting your birth chart in the center and then the transits on the outer wheel. If I look at your progress chart, I can answer that question, but it'll have mostly I'll be telling you what phase of your life you're kind of in the evolution of your soul and what's being affected mostly right now. So it may not say, career and all that stuff. So I just want you to know that before I kind of go into it. But yeah, okay. For some reason, it's not finding this city. Oh, Livonia. L-I. Okay, that's why, because it wasn't spelled correctly. Livonia. Okay. So, give me 1 second. Let me actually... So you want to know career and purpose. Let's do a transit reading. I'm gonna do a transit reading for you. No worries. No worries. Just want to... It's on there correctly. So yeah, transit reading is gonna... We can look at what is going on for you. So... Let's go over here. And again, I apologize because I can't show you the actual thing on the screen, but let us see what is going on. Okay, so for you, the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction has actually occurred in your 4th house. So the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction, as well as the new moon that just happened in your 4th house of the home. And so that what it's affecting is everything that has to do at home. And so your question is about career and purpose, and this is why it's like the astrology just tells you where it's going on. Right now, the astrology is asking you to focus at home. And that's probably why you're thinking about career, because the 4th house is opposite the 10th house of career and the home. So because there's all this kind of going on at home, and the changes that are occurring are at home and they're affecting, maybe you feel like there's changes happening within your family. Maybe there's like unexpected things going on at home. And so they're kind of triggering you to think about career. When I look at your career house, there's no transits happening in your career house. And the interesting thing about this is that you have Cancer at the cusp of your 10th house, which means that in terms of career in general, this is a nurturing energy. So when you are nurturing, but out in the limelight, whatever you do, if it's nurturing for you, then you're going to feel the best. You're going to feel like the most comfortable, and you're going to feel like you're living out your purpose and stepping into the world. That's what's going to make you feel the most comfortable. But really what's happening right now is everything is affecting your home life for you. Let's see what else is happening. You have the North Node in Gemini transiting your 9th house of spiritual integration, which means that right now you're feeling like there's something out there, something more that you're wanting to discover in terms of spirituality, in terms of knowledge. You're wanting to understand a little bit more. You're wanting to expand your horizons. Maybe you want to learn something. Maybe you want to study something. And that can definitely lead to new career goals and things like that. So that's also occurring right now. You might be feeling that inspiration. And with the South Node transiting your 3rd house of communication, and also expressing yourself, you're learning new ways. The universe is asking you to find new ways to express yourself and get out what you want to say, but in a different way. And I feel like that's pretty much what's happening. You've got Uranus transiting your 7th house, so relationships are changing a lot, and this has been going on for a while. And with Mars conjuncting Uranus, I believe this week it's happening. You're gonna feel this drive to, if there's any changes that you've been feeling in terms of relationships, intimate, romantic, or business relationships, you're gonna feel the drive and the desire to finally make those changes, like to make them final, to actually activate the change. If you've been kind of waiting, not sure, now it's going to be like, okay, now is the time to do that, because you'll feel that pull to do something different in your life. Yeah. So that is what I see right now. So I hope that that gives you some insights. And thank you again for signing up for this mini reading. So Nelly is next. I'm going to check the PayPal once again, because I feel like someone did just sign up. Oh, no, my phone's freezing. That's interesting. Let me do this real quick. So if you want an astrology reading, make sure you put your information on. And I'm not showing the charts on the screen right now because I don't want the system to get backed up. But I am going to check. Okay, so it was Kathleen, it was Sparky, and then we have Valerie, and then we have Maria. And I also want to let you guys know that if you do sign up for a reading, I put you on the list to win the giveaway that I do once a month. Okay, I'm coming back into the chat now. What is your recommendation post the starseed activation? Initially, I was going to ask for a tarot oracle reading. The transit reading was so great. Jai, thank you for Naomi's starseed reading. Yes, I love that. That's awesome. What do you... I think a tarot reading would be nice. Do you want to ask the universe about like the current energies and what the next steps are for you? That would be nice to do with tarot cards, because that's more of like an intuitive question that you are asking. So just to give everybody, to let you know where the list is, we're doing Nelly's reading right now. Then we're going to do Sparky, then Valerie, and then Maria. And again, thank you guys for being here. It's exciting to be able to go live again. Okay, so let's do that. Thank you, Spirit Guides, Angels, Teachers, for being here with us tonight. I would like to ask help clearing the energy of these cards, as well as clearing my energy, so I can be this open channel to give readings tonight for anyone that signs up for tarot oracle readings. All right. So I'm going to use my astrology cards. I have a few different cards that I'm going to use here. So I don't remember your starseed markings exactly, Nelly, but I will tell you what the cards are saying is the next step for you. And so far we pulled the Venus card, which is really beautiful. So what does Nelly need to know right now in terms of her starseed reading and activation? What are some next steps that she can take? That's awesome. I love that. Next time I do readings, I'm going to try using I guess we'll see. I have to try a few different things to see what works the best. All right, what does Nelly need to know? What is her next steps? What is Nelly's next steps? Oh, here we go. Third house. House of the mind and ideas. We also got the sixth house of work, being in the present moment. Let's get a couple more of these. And Aquarius. Let's do one more. I have a question, Nelly. Do you remember if you had a starseed marking on your Venus by any chance? Okay. So I can show you the cards we got. We got the Venus card, which is like the sacred divine feminine energy, the goddess, relationships as well, both business relationships as well as your own personal relationships, intimate relationships. We also have the third house of Gemini, of Mercury, communication, and we have the sixth house of work, daily life, the present moment, anchoring all 9 dimensions. Now, what's cool about these two cards or these two houses is that they're both ruled by Mercury. And Mercury right now is actually in Aquarius, which you got the Aquarius card. Now, you also got the Scorpio card, right? This is death, change, transformation, and the 4th house of the home. So here is what the next step is. Mercury is going to go retrograde in Aquarius this coming month, and it's going to be kind of it's going to be a quick retrograde. It's not going to be that it's not going to be that long, but it is going to be really strong because there's going to be a lot of Aquarius energy. We've got Saturn and Jupiter, and then next month we will have, in a few days actually, the sun on the 19th is going to move into Aquarius. There's going to be that new moon in Aquarius, and I believe that even Venus is going to be in Aquarius as well. I want to double check on that because it's kind of an important thing that this card has popped up for you. So let's see for that new moon. Yeah, so Venus is going to be in Aquarius. Yeah, so we'll have Saturn, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Sun, and Moon all in Aquarius for that new moon. So I feel like somehow there is, this is pointing towards that new moon, which is happening on February 11th. And that new moon in Aquarius, which will be a stellium in Aquarius in the sky, is going to, it's going to be very futuristic, very prophetic. And that's going to be a really important day for you to set intentions for what you want for your life. And wherever you have Aquarius in your own chart, wherever you see Aquarius energy, if you have a planet in Aquarius, around that area is where this moon is going to activate you in your life. And it has to do with being able to communicate clearly, being able to, right now you have to communicate, you have to listen so you can receive the messages intuitively. Remember, Aquarius is the higher mind. So I think the universe is asking you to pay attention because there's going to be a lot of synchronicities coming through and giving you information about next steps. Also, focus on your daily life. The 6th house is about your daily schedule. So what are you doing every day to stay connected to your higher self? Are you meditating? Are you reading? Are you expanding? It's all about mind expansion. And right now with Scorpio in your 4th house, you're going to see a lot of changes, a lot of transformation, energy of transformation changing at home. And that is what is coming next for you. So pay attention to the synchronicities. Know that you are moving forward because Aquarius is moving into the future and the new moon is coming in strongly here in your chart. So I'm going to pull one of these little cards. Whoop, 3 of them came out. So you got Exaula, birthing and safeguard. Sacred is the divinity contained in your skin. The blood running through your veins is simply a miracle. That's about trusting in yourself, trusting in your own power. You also got Algarfa, realization and desires. If abundance is what you seek, your ambition must stream like a waterfall. Wow, I love that. If abundance is what you seek, your ambition must stream like a waterfall. And then you also get Kadal Hakbia, faith and expansion. Water your wisdom with integrity so your vision grows and inspires others to mirror you. And then here we go with the Aquarius energy. So there it is. Like what this is saying, everything that this is very strong Aquarius energy. So like moving into the future, there's going to be, it's going to be somewhere in your chart. There's got to be a house that has Aquarius on the cusp, but that's where it's going to be. So look for the Aquarius sign in your chart on the house cusps, and that is going to tell you where this is going to be happening. But think of future. Focus on the future of relationships for you, and also focus your energy also at home. Focus on how you communicate, your self-expression, and focus on your daily life. Those are the next steps for you. So hopefully that gave you some insight. So thank you. Next we have Sparky. And feel free to put up your question. I'm going to go check PayPal real quick. Okay, we are up to date there. You're welcome. Okay, Libra, thought and feelings about me now, reached out to me last Thursday and pulled back again. Of course, I passed him again on the road Tuesday after he pulled back. Okay, that's crazy. All right, so Belinda says, I loved my starseed activation, Jai. I did it in Sedona among the red rocks. Really? Oh my God, that's so cool. That is so cool. Libra, thought and feelings about me now, reached out. Okay. So Libra's feelings towards Sparky. And then we have Valerie and then Maria on the list. Libra's feelings towards Sparky. What does she need to know about this connection? First card that comes out is Pluto. Pluto is, well, it's transformation, rebirth, renewal, obsession. And then you get also, North Node. North Node, which is destiny, and second house of finances, security, but being grounded. Let's get two more, and then we'll put it all together. I feel like, it's kind of already coming through, like, okay, give me a second. I want two more cards first. The North Node can definitely be like focused on moving forward, but the North Node is also like unknown territory. Pluto is power. Pluto can be power dynamics. He could be in a sense stepping into his own power. Like he's like kind of reclaiming his own power, or he's wanting to stand his ground really strong with the second house here in Taurus and say, this is where I'm at. I want to move forward. With the North Node, I want to move forward, but at the same time, I'm feeling like it's unknown territory. I don't know what's going to come of it. There's a little bit of uncertainty. And so that's why I'm kind of focusing on myself and where I stand. Let me get that card that fell. Okay, so the card that fell is the Waning Crescent Moon, which is about surrendering, restoring, reflection, intuition, and stillness. So what this tells me is that, in a sense, you are feeling him. Like, everything you just said, if you're kind of going within, right? Because the waning crescent moon means it's getting ready to be a new moon, which means it's moving into the balsamic phase, the dark phase, which is all about being inward, like closing in. And Pluto is the planet of like, okay, I am in my power, but I also can hide in the depths and be very mysterious. Right? It's ruled by Scorpio. Scorpio is all about mystery. So it's like, come find me, like investigate this. I need more information. There's more to uncover. I'm going to keep looking under here to see what I can find. That's the energy that he's out right now. but he is wanting to move forward, right? North Node, he's feeling like there is future. There is something ahead. However, and then you too as well, these energies can be affecting you too as well. There is this, I need to think about what is best for me. I need to think about what feels good for me, which is that second house. Do I feel secure? Does this give me security? And then, so there's a reflecting going on as well. So we got two more cards. We got the solar eclipse card. So change is definitely coming. And this is about embracing change. Change is here. Change will start to unfold. And it'll get to a point where it gets to its climax point. And that is marked by the full moon card. Because that's the energy peak. The energy is going to peak at a certain point, and then it'll open up again. Let me pull one of these oracle cards for you. Hello, Mystery Science. What a new moon we just had. I know, it was wild. It was wild. Okay, this is really cool. So the card you got was Beautiful Uncaging. Beautiful Uncaging. There's a heart. So this tells me this is definitely, there's love here. The heart, the red heart. And there's a key, right, in the center of the heart. So this tells me that things are shifting. Things are changing. And somebody needs to unlock that key. Somebody needs to unlock that door. But I think, of course, there has to be some reflection. There has to be some shifting, some changing before that can actually happen. But I think that there is an awareness that something needs to change. Somebody needs to unlock that door for it to open up, the full communication. So there you go. Thank you, Sparky. Next we have Valerie and then Maria, and I'm going to go check the PayPal list just to make sure. Thank you guys for being here and watching and hanging out with me. And also, thank you for your patience with the connection and all that good stuff. Oh, PayPal's not. I need to update my phone. I haven't updated it. And so it's just acting up. Very, very strange. Let me turn the Wi-Fi off of this and see if maybe that might be the issue. Okay. Yeah, because when there's a lot of things connected to the Wi-Fi, usually that's what gives the issues. So Valerie says, what guidance does Spirit have for me in my relationship with a Scorpio and an Aries? Okay. Relationship with a Scorpio and Aries, what guidance does Valerie need? What does she need to know right now about the Scorpio and this Aries? All right, well, the first card that we pulled is the Scorpio card. So definitely a strong presence with the Scorpio. Important to look at that. See what else comes out. What on earth? Okay, Valerie, look at the card. Look at the two cards that just came out. Scorpio and Aries card. This is crazy. This is like that one reading that I did for was it the full moon? I can't remember what it was. I think it was the full moon in Cancer. That was a wild reading. All right, so what does she need to know about these two energies? Wow, Pluto. Okay, there's a little bit of a power struggle. There's a little bit there's a little bit of the fire of transformation. There's change. Rebirth. It can be some kind of obsession. Yeah, right? Pluto can be obsession. Pluto can be jealousy too. In the shadow aspect, in the shadow expression, Pluto can be possessiveness, right? Obsession. And then there's the stellium card, which means that the energy is concentrated. Let's get a few more. Yeah, right? That's crazy. So so it's a strong, okay, so the energy is super strong. Here's the thing. Here's the crazy thing. You're right. Pluto rules the sign of Scorpio. And Aries energy is ruled by Mars. Mars also rules Scorpio. Yeah, Mars, right? Crazy, Sparky. You read my mind. So this is Pluto and Mars energy. You know what this says? This says like conflict. There's definitely conflict right now. There's like somebody wants something and the other one is not able to give it, and that kind of energy. And then you get Sagittarius. And Sagittarius is about, it's ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter expands everything it touches, but Sagittarius is also about the truth. The South Node is also in Sagittarius right now, which means that there's a clean slate happening. There's a cleansing going on, but the truth will come out. It's deep truth. With Pluto, it becomes deep truth. Let's get two more. Void off course, pause in time, change of plans, limbo, improvisation. This is, right now, I think what's going on, the reason why maybe you feel like things are not moving forward is because it feels like they're a little bit in limbo. The energies of these planets they're kind of like conflicting energies. And so until it's resolved, it won't be able to move forward. And that's probably what's going on right now. And then the waning gibbous moon that comes out, which is about releasing, about having gratitude, about nurturing, and also acts of service. The waning gibbous moon is also after the full moon. So it's like the completion, the climax has already happened. So the energies are starting to calm down a little bit. I want to pull one more. You have to let it do its thing. Kind of let it take its course. Even if it feels right now like it's not really getting resolved. Pisces is the last card that you get. And the thing that I think about instantly is that Neptune is in Pisces right now. And I think the moon is also in Pisces right now. It moved into Pisces today. Tomorrow, the moon is going to conjunct Neptune. But because they're squaring the nodes right now, this feels like a challenge. It feels also like confusion. It can be it can't be psychic activation. It can't be like your psychic senses get opened up when Moon and Neptune conjunct in Pisces. But because of the square to the nodes, it means also that there can be confusion, illusion, delusion, deception. So what I would recommend is that with this situation, Mars is the god of war, Pluto is the god of the underworld. Together, they're kind of not, they're not like benefic energies. They're kind of malefic energies, which means that they cause a lot of trouble. They rumble things up, right? They shake things up. And Mars can be Mars in Aries can be focused on itself so much that it doesn't think about anybody else. And then Pluto Scorpio is like, it wants all the power. It wants to be in control. So this is an energy of, it's fiery, it's challenging, it's conflicting, and it can be very confusing because you have to know what is underneath the surface, underneath the fog, underneath the confusion lie the answers. But you have to look further, you have to look deeper for those answers. Right now it does feel like it's off course, but it's calming down. The energies are definitely calming down. So I'm going to pull a couple more of these. You get Regulus, which is the star. It's a royal fixed star. It is the heart of the lion. It's about strength and fragility, teaching us How? Our vulnerability is purely a blessing. But Regulus too, you have Regulus in your chart. So you are the queen. In this situation, you need to be the queen. You need to hold that space. Queens are very direct, they're very firm, and they move from the heart. Yeah, exactly. Especially Regulus energy. You also get Algol, which is it's a malefic star. A lot, in some ways that star has a lot of malefic energies. But Algol is also the beginning of the Pleiades constellation. So this is also a higher frequency. So what the Pleiades are a fun, loving, playful, innocent energy. So you, with your heart space, connecting in your heart as the queen, need to bring in that playful energy. And it's perfect because Leo rules the 5th house of creativity and children and joy and fun. You need to bring the fun into it. Your job is to bring the loving, loyal, fun energy back into the situation. So there you go. Thank you so much, Valerie, for signing up for a reading. I can't, Michelle, can't believe I'm late. Oh, it's all good. I found out a couple of months ago that I've got 6 planets in my 12th house and none in my 5th. I feel like I'm supposed to work my purpose right now. A lot of people are feeling that way. Yeah, a lot of people, this is the time. You're welcome. This is the time to step into our higher purpose. And that's why I was led to do these starseed readings now and looking at your chart. Hey, Rebecca, and seeing what are the higher dimensional frequencies of your soul. What star seed, what star nations are you connected to? Where have you had these past lives? What energies do you bring? And how can you embody that now? Because now is the time to embody that. So we have Maria's question. Mystery Science, I missed that comment. I would use personal planets for individuals first and foremost. Yeah, Mars. Yeah, we did talk about Mars for Valerie's reading for sure. The personal planets definitely point towards those personal relationships. So we have Maria's question next. And I'll check PayPal one more time. So far, that's it on the list. Once I do this reading, if no one else is signed up, then we can finish for the evening. Thank you guys so much for being here. Remember that this weekend I'm going to be going live, and I'm going to do the New Moon Capricorn astrology that I didn't get to do. I still want to give you guys the information for it. So if you want to join me live for that, that would be awesome. Let's pull up Maria's chart and do this reading. There's a link in the description of, welcome. Thank you for being here. The link is in the description of the video. You send $25 to my PayPal, and then I'll put you on the list. And once you do get on the list, there is an opportunity to get the to win the giveaway for the month. I do one giveaway a month. I still have to do the December one. I'm going to do that as soon as possible. So Maria, is reconciliation ahead for a relationship? Thank you, Valerie. Okay, let me pull this up. 32463 4:20 a.m. Okay. I will tell you when I'm looking at the transits, I'll tell you what's happening in the astrology, but that question, Maria, is I would in my opinion is better suited for a tarot reading, but I'll leave it up to you. I can definitely look at your chart and look at the transits, because I feel like that is the kind of question that you want to look at, what's happening in the astrology and how it's affecting you. Not too late if you pay right now. You're good, Michelle. So I'll just give you a moment to decide, Maria. Because I will say this, when it comes to relationships and astrology, predictions like that are, for me, I do a lot better with those, with the cards. What the transit reading will do is give you insight into how the current astrology is affecting you personally, but not necessarily the relationship. That's the difference. But we can definitely look at it. Okay. All right, awesome. So like I said, I can't show the transit chart on the screen because the connection was being funky, but I will talk about it out loud as I look at it here. So I do see that you have Venus in Aquarius in your chart, and you have her in the 12th house, which is the house of spirituality, the house of the divine, the house that's connected to your higher self, to your own divinity. And Venus is about to come into Aquarius as well. So this is going to be, in a sense, a Venus return for you. The other thing I notice, relationships are definitely getting aspected right now for you. For sure, 100%. Because your Venus being in Aquarius means that it's going to get transited or affected or conjuncted, all that stuff, by all of these Aquarius energies. The other thing that I noticed, so right now Mercury is in Aquarius and he will go retrograde in Aquarius. That's going to affect your Venus because he's going to retrograde right over your relationship. So that might right over relationship energies. So that is going to create a little bit of, obviously when Mercury goes retrograde, it causes communication mix-ups, right? And the question that you had exactly is a reconciliation ahead. Let me keep going. Jupiter and Saturn are now in Aquarius. So in 2021, Jupiter will definitely aspect your Venus. Saturn may take a little longer, but they will be aspecting your Venus. And the next thing I notice is that your Venus is at 23 degrees of Aquarius, which means this. When we have the new moon in Aquarius on February 11th, which is going to be exactly at 23 degrees, you're going to have the two luminaries, the two planets that shine a light at 23 degrees in a new moon, in a new beginning. This is a new beginning for relationships for you. Do you know astrology? Because I feel like you kind of knew this already. That's why you really wanted me to look at your chart. But that's wild. That's crazy because that's literally a new beginning of relationship, exactly aspecting your Venus in your 12th house, it's a spiritual new beginning of a relationship. And it's very futuristic too. It has the energies of like revolution. It has the energies of, there's something about Venus in Aquarius that is very open-minded in terms of relationships. They're cool with a lot of different things. They don't have to have it a certain way. They're very open. There also can be a little aloof, right? That's Aquarius energy naturally. But what I love most about Aquarius energy is that it's very open-minded. My stepfather is an astrologer. Yeah. So that's what I see. That is so I feel like what I can tell you for sure is that the new moon in Aquarius on February 11th is exactly conjunct your Venus. And that is a new beginning in terms of relationships for you. So is it going to be a reconciliation? I don't know. Because I would have to see this other person's planets and how they're affecting your chart, and also how the transits are affecting their chart, right? Or the composite chart, which is the connection between both people. But is it going to be a new beginning? 100% yes. Exactly. That's what I was thinking. Your intuition is definitely speaking. It's like, I could feel you, because this is your 12th house of intuition as well. So that's the main thing that I notice here. That's going to be powerful. So I think that gives you a lot to think about, a lot to process. Thank you, Maria, for getting that reading. I really hope it brought you some insight. For sure, something's definitely brewing in terms of relationships for you. Maybe you meet somebody new. I don't know, but it's a new beginning, and it's a big deal because it's going to activate you for like a whole year. Because this new moon is the new moon that marks the Chinese New Year of the Ox, which is a whole year-long cycle. Very powerful. You're welcome. You're welcome, Maria. I sent it from my daughter's account. Okay, I don't. Okay, all good, all good. So feel free to put up your question, Michelle, and I'm gonna make sure I write it. Give me 1 second. Dang. It's like moving so slow. My phone. Oh, there's also a Sharon as well. Let me double check. Thank you guys for signing up. I love doing these mini readings. Toby, okay. And let me come back into the chat. And it's Michelle Taylor. So you're next, Michelle. So go ahead and put up your question. And then after you, it's Sharon. Mystery Science says, what would you say to someone who had the last new moon conjunct Pluto aspecting their chart? Well, I would have to see where it was aspecting their chart. What planet and all of that stuff, and what house and all of that. So Jai, I totally misread my notes while you were doing my reading. Venus is at 0 degrees in Virgo and 28 degrees in Leo. The Regulus stars. Oh, the Regulus. Okay. Yeah, I have to. The Regulus is the royal star. So Venus aspecting, Venus in your chart being on Regulus is definitely, so that's what it's asked. That starseed marking is an important one to focus on. That's what that says for next steps. Okay, I kind of mentioned it, is the path of work I'm about to get into, spiritual healing work, what I'm supposed to do right now. Okay, that's a great question. I'm going to pull up your chart, so give me 1 second. That new moon we just had was a big deal. It was a big deal for everybody. I'm going to be talking about it in a broadcast this weekend. So, Michelle, and let's see, 41566 and 537. Oh, wow. Flagstaff. Cool. So much fun. You guys, I'm in Arizona. Okay, let me make sure I got that right. 41566 537. Okay, and put the transits on it. Okay, so bye KB, thank you. Yes, I did, Julian. What does it mean when someone has an unaspected Venus. It just means there's no if you want like there's no aspects to it. There's no squares, there's no conjunctions there. It's just like sitting by itself. But I feel like that's very rare. I'll see you guys soon. That's true. I asked it in too general of a way, but I have someone who is conjuncted his natal sun. Well, that's intense. That's like a soul activation. That is like a I feel like because Sun Pluto is like taking your power back in a sense. It's also intense, like Pluto can be like, okay, overpowering energy. It can go either way. I feel like if I could see that person's chart and everything on it, I could get like more information. But for sure, that's a big activation. Yeah, you're welcome. Forgot to ask in the Venus class. Oh, well, there you go. That's the answer. A big deal, and it's sure played out as much. Yeah, right. Hey, Eric, how's it going? Okay, so here we go. Michelle. Is the path of work I'm about to get into, spiritual healing work, what I'm supposed to do right now? So let's take a look at your chart. Spiritual healing. You've got North Node Taurus. Ooh, you have North Node on Algol. North Node on Algol. That is the Pleiades starseed marking. Part of your mission on Earth is definitely to bring healing. It's like it's light activation. But is it the right thing to do right now? Let's find that out. Is it what you're supposed to do? It's definitely what you're supposed to do. Like 100%. Is it what you're supposed to do now? I'm going to say yes, because you just had the new moon in Capricorn, which was about stepping into our power. You just had that in your 10th house of career. You also had the Saturn-Jupiter conjunction happened in your 10th house of career, which is like a new 20-year cycle. Whoa. 100%. Yes. Yeah, Algol is the name of the star. A psychic told me I was from Pleiades and my guide is Pleiadian. You just, yep. For sure. 100% yes is the answer. This is the right time. And I think it's all trining. I think it's all trining your North Node. Let me double check, but I think it is. Where's your North Node? It's not exactly trining. But I think for sure. Your 10th house is like lit up, just got lit up. Career, stepping into purpose, building a new legacy for you. Capricorn and the midheaven. And then North Node on the Pleiades, like that. This is your mission. So it's time to do this and step into it in the world of like the world, right? Stepping into the world as fully embodied in how you're going to show up. You're welcome. Ooh, I love that. Well, good luck. I have my unaspected sun chart ruler conjunct Algol, but I'm Lyran personally. Yeah, super cool. So wow, that was cool, Michelle. That was really cool. Thank you. So Sharon is next. Feel free to put up your question. Lyran star seeds are the Lyran constellation is near the Capricorn energy. That's how you know you're a Lyran starseed. But that's cool. Lyrans are like the really old ancient souls. Beautiful. Thank you. That was an amazing question. very easy to answer by looking at your chart. So now we have Sharon. We are waiting for Sharon's question, and I think this may be the last one. If I finish Sharon's question and no one else has signed up, then we will be complete. And thank you again, everyone, for being here and supporting this channel. I hope you ladies out there are ready for the Moon Goddess training that will start on February 11th on the new moon in Aquarius. I'm going to be coming out with more information on how to sign up for that very soon. I also make sure you get on my email list to stay connected. I do have a MeWe group called Channel for Grace Starseed Soul Tribe. Make sure to follow that. And I'm sure you guys noticed that I did change the name of the channel to 12th House Gemini Starseed, which I thought it was the right move to make based off of this new moon that we just had. I had a very strong intuitive hit to do that. Next week, not this weekend, but the next, I also will be doing a live webinar on Zoom that will cover the astrology for the rest of the winter season until the spring equinox on March 20th. So if you want to know what astrology is coming up, how to plan for your life in the next couple of months, then make sure you join that. And that's going to be only a $15 webinar that you can either watch live or you can watch the replay. Okay, so here we go. 21580. 932. Okay. So is it Fairfield Butler or Fairfield Jefferson? It's asking me which one. I'm thinking transit or progress chart. What question do you have? That'll help me figure out. Yeah, 12th house Gemini now. I just had to. Like, I was getting an intuitive hit to do that a while back and didn't do it. And then as on the drive here, it was like, again. And then there's this crazy thing where like, I met this person that's also a Gemini. And there was a comment that someone made on YouTube that said 12th house Gemini. It was like obvious. It was like coming through very strongly. Oops, I'm wrong. It's my twin whose Venus is conjunct Algol and our sun and Venus is trine. Cool. That's cool. Yeah. Pleiadian starseeds are amazing. There's a lot in the readings that I get. I'm drawing in a lot of people that are Pleiadian starseeds, Orion starseeds, Lyran, Arcturus, and Sirian starseeds. But more Orion and Pleiadian starseeds than anything else. So it's like super cool. It's super amazing to be able to do these readings too. And I'm doing another training as well right now that I'm really excited about, taking another class. Okay, perfect. There we go. So the question that I had for you, Sharon, is what do you want to know? Is there something you want to know? So the transit reading will look at what's currently affecting you right now. The progress chart will tell you where you're at in the evolution of your soul. So it's a different reading. Whoa, you were born. Wow, you were born near like the new moon. The day of the new moon. And it was conjunct your south node. Not really a specific question, been going through a lot of great changes. Let's look at your progressed chart. Let's do that. I'll do a transit Jai heading to PayPal now. Yeah, that's cool. Although I've heard, my prenatal lunar eclipse and part of fortune are conjunct all the Capricorn line constellation. That's super cool. Although I've heard Antares is included with them. Antares is 9 degrees of Sagittarius. have had natal done before and tarot, you're always spot on. Okay, so give me a second. I did feel like we should look at your progress chart for some reason, so let's take a look at that. Let's go second chart. Sorry, secondary progressions for you for today. Okay. Let's see what this, what comes up here. So, you were born with the sun and moon in Aquarius. Yes, exactly, Archangel Uriel. Okay, so right now, let me see where the sun and the moon are. Okay, so you've got sun. Your soul has now progressed to sun in Aries, and that is transiting your 12th house. So so sun in Aries is like you just recently experienced sun in Pisces. Well, not recently, because the progress chart reading has a lot of really they're slow moving things. So the sun in Aries is you are kind of beginning a whole new journey in your life. You're activating a whole new journey. Now your moon is in Leo. So you were, like I said, you were born with sun and moon in Aquarius, which is like a prophetic birth, right? It's like the future futuristic child is born and comes through this portal of the South Node in Aquarius, here to live life to the fullest and to learn to have fun. That is your North Node in Leo. That's your purpose, right? And right now the moon is in Leo in your progressed chart, transiting your 5th house, because you are Aries rising, transiting your 5th house of creativity, of fun, of children, of joy, all of those things. So what you're feeling right now is you also have your Mars. So you were born with Mars in Virgo, but your progressed Mars is now in Leo. That's interesting. That's because you were born with Mars retrograde. And so it's like it's retrograded back into Leo in your progressed chart. And the moon is in Leo. So right now you're feeling an activation of your North Node of your destiny. That's what's going on. And you're also going through a phase where you just got through this energy of the sun square the moon in your progress chart, which is like a big challenge that came up for you. But now you're focusing on life purpose. Now you're focusing on having fun. Now you're focusing on your creativity being awakened and learning how to have fun again. Plus, your North Node is at 29. You were born with North Node at 29 degrees, which is Regulus. 29 degrees, 29 Leo, 0 Virgo is Regulus. So you're like the heart of the lion. Dude, that's like queen. You are the queen, and you're stepping into your queendom. You're stepping into your queen energy right now with your emotions, with like, and this is about love and loyalty, learning how to express from your heart, just to love. This is a big deal. And you're in that phase where you're moving closer. Like in a few years, you're going to have that full moon activation. And if I'm correct, it'll be a full moon in Libra, which will be all about relationships. So that's what's going on for you right now. You're feeling this strong North Node. Gotta go towards that Regulus, the heart of the lion, full on activation of your life purpose as a starseed, because that's Regulus, and that star ain't no joke. That's a strong starseed marking. Yes, rebirth. Yes, love that. Awesome, Sharon. Thank you. So Jolene is next, and we're going to do a transit reading for her. And again, just kind of going with the flow here. This might be the last one unless someone signs up before I finish this reading. Yeah, right? Valerie also has those markings in her chart. Okay, let's pull up the chart. And let's see what's going on for you with your transits. Six, 4, 6, 5. Okay. Transits. All right. So moon that just happened for you, Julene, happened in your 8th house. So expect a lot of change. This is, and also the Saturn Jupiter. Maybe I've mentioned this to you before, but the Saturn Jupiter conjunction also happened in your 8th house. This is big changes coming. This is also you stepping into your power. Pluto transiting your 8th house is no joke. And the Sun conjunction, right? Sun conjunct Pluto with that new moon is an activation, and the moon, right, is an activation of your power in your 8th house. So that's also a new beginning. Like things that the 8th house is also about, like financial gain that is in the realm of assets and money that comes in from outside sources. These are things that you acquire, but they come to you. That is what is like, that's the theme for you for this next year. It's transformation, it's change. It's also gaining things that come to you from outside sources, which have to do with money and business and assets and things like that. Mercury is going to retrograde in your 9th house of spiritual integration. So you're gonna feel an interesting transit with Mercury in your 9th house. You're gonna feel like you're reviewing what you're feeling is going to be happening into the future. It's going to go, let's look into the future, and then let's turn around and go through it again and do like a reset. And then we're going to move forward again. And this is new, you're integrating a lot of spiritual things that are going to be completely activating this year, because everything is going to be transiting your 9th house of spiritual integration, of knowledge, of discovering new things, maybe learning new things. That's something that you're going to be focusing on for the next year, and stepping into leadership role in terms of being a teacher. Saturn transiting the 9th Saturn is the teacher. So stepping into that role for the future of humanity is a big deal. And it's what's going to be happening this year. And then the South Node is transiting your 7th house. So a lot of relationship changes, a lot of things, whether it's business relationships or intimate relationships, those things have been changing. It's like a clean slate, so you can start fresh, so you can start all over again. That's what I see coming for you. The big thing is going to be when Jupiter moves into Pisces. So in a year, when Jupiter moves into Pisces, that's going to be the activation of your 10th house of career. That's where you're going to like fully step into that spirituality and being a spiritual leader for the world, showing up like that in your divine essence, because Saturn is in Pisces in your chart, and so is Chiron. So you're on a journey of understanding your relationship with God, of teaching about it, but doing this in the limelight. Like, this is what you're going to be known for. When Jupiter moves into Pisces, that's going to like activate your Saturn and your Chiron in your 10th house. So next year, big deal. Well, all of that has started and or came to my consciousness. Yeah, that's what's happening for you right now. And the new moon is happening in Aquarius on February 11th, is happening in your 9th house. Again, activating that spiritual integration, new knowledge, a new beginning, focusing on the future, your future and the future of humanity. That's powerful. And really cool. So, thank you. Thank you again. I think that's it. I think that's everyone that signed up. I'm going to check it one more time. Yep. Okay. So we're going to close it off here. I want to thank everyone so much for being here tonight and welcoming me back to the live broadcasting, and also so excited to be broadcasting now from Sedona, Arizona, where the vortexes are. And I can't wait to create some cool, awesome videos from the red rocks for you guys. And yeah, excited about what's coming. And look out for another broadcast this weekend where I will be talking about the Capricorn new moon astrology, which we didn't get to look at last week. Thank you, guys. Yeah, you're welcome, Julene. You're welcome, everyone. Thank you for signing up for a reading. You're now entered to win the giveaway for January. I'm going to do the December giveaway probably when I do the Capricorn new moon astrology video this weekend. I'll probably pull a name from the hat for the readings for December, and then we'll move on from there. Red Rock Roar. I love that. So again, thank you guys so much. And I will see you guys all soon. Yeah, glad your move was successful. Thank you. Thank you, Rebecca. I appreciate you guys so much, and all of your support, especially with me stepping into this whole new world of starseed markings and starseed readings. That is like, oh, amazing. It's all happening perfectly right now. Sedona is your perfect home, Jai. I hope you love it here. Yay, me too. Me too. All right, guys, thank you so much. I will see you again very soon. Make sure you guys get on my email list so you can get the weekly Moon Magic report as well. Thank you, and I will see you guys soon. Sat Nam.